In this video, we're going to cover a lot of ground very quickly, but I want you to understand that the things that Jethro says are relevant to everybody and they're significant. We can see that he often says things for the first time or uses phrases that are repeated by others elsewhere. So let's get right into it. In our verse, Exodus 18:11, which we've covered many times, now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods. And it wasn't until Jethro, the non-Jewish Cohen of Midian, who knew every single idol and every god and all the different paganisms of the world, it wasn't until he made this declaration that the Torah was given. So I would guess because his opinion would matter most, since he's the most knowledgeable person. So it says here in the Zohar, came Yitro, illustrious high priest, a master of all other deities, and praised the Holy One, blessed be he, and said, now I know that Hashem is greater than all the other gods. It was then that the Holy One, blessed be he, went up and was made known in his greatness on high and below, and then the Torah was given in its entirety, that it may reign over all. So, now I know is the key that we're going to be looking at today. And it's said many times in the Torah, first with Hashem saying it to Abraham in the Akedah, where he says, do not raise your hand against the boy or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear God, since you have not withheld your son, your favored one, from me. Then we have it in Judges, where Micah inducted the Levite, and the young man became his priest and remained in Micah's shrine. And then he says, now I know that the Lord will prosper me, since the Levite has become my priest. And then we have it in Psalms 20. Now I know that the Lord will give victory to his anointed. Will answer him from his heavenly sanctuary with the mighty victories of his right arm. We can see here, now I know the Lord will give victory to his anointed. We can see here, it has the word Mashiach. It's the word Mashiach, as in Messiah. Very interesting. We know that the Canaanites, Jethro's people, are connected to the Messiah through Jesse. And then we have it here in 1 Kings 17. Elijah picked up the child and brought him down from the upper room into the main room and gave him to his mother. See, said Elijah, your son is alive. So he's brought this child back to life. And the woman answered Elijah and said, now I know that you are a man of God, and that the word of the Lord is truly in your mouth. You can see here that when it comes to the Gentiles, or people who aren't in the Jewish circle, they need evidence. You need to be able to convince them with evidence. And this is the best one of all. We have here Naaman. So he went down and immersed himself in the Jordan 7 times, as the man of God had bidden and told him to do so. And his flesh became like a baby boy's, and he was clean from his leprosy or saras, or this skin disease that he had. Returning with his entire retinue to the man of God, he stood before him and exclaimed, now I know that there is no God in the whole world except in Israel. So please accept a gift from your servant. Now, what did Naaman saying this, his declaration, now I know that there is no God in the whole world except in Israel. He's really saying that Hashem is greater than all gods. Exactly what Yitro said. Which is very interesting because we see here that Naaman, the Aramean, was a Ger Toshav, or a noahide, or a 7 laws following, or non-Jew, or the God-fearer, a God-fearing non-Jew. So he was a Ger Toshav, and Yitro was also a Ger Toshav, a proselyte, a convert to the 7 laws given given to mankind by God. And we've gone over this before. The 7 laws are really more like 9.5 of the 10 commandments, which are given in Parashat Yitro, or the section named after Jethro.